What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Things keep going from bad to worse when it comes to famous rap mogul Sean Carter, otherwise known as Jay-Z. It's really starting to look like he is the next rap artist who is about to go down. His protege, Rihanna's former publicist, has gone on the record to share a lot of really shocking allegations against Jay-Z. Her former publicist is named Jonathan Hay, and in a documentary that just premiered on YouTube, he went into deep detail about his past with Jay-Z and how the FBI came towards him, asking him for more information about rumors he started about Rihanna and Jay-Z. So just so you guys know, the name of the documentary is The Disturbing DEATH of Jay-Z's Mistress. It's about an hour long, and it premiered on the Trap Lore Ross YouTube channel. And so basically this guy, who again was Rihanna's former publicist, so at the time when she came out with Ponder Replay, he was tasked with making it like a mainstream hit song. And so he was trying all these different techniques. Nothing was really working. He was trying to get Jay-Z, who was, the head of Def Jam and everything like that, who was supposed to be investing a lot into Rihanna and helping her become successful. He kept on going to Jay-Z reportedly and asking for more backing for Rihanna and this debut single. But Jay-Z was more focused on Tiara Marie and a different artist named Emil. And this guy was really upset about it. So he said, you know what, F Jay-Z, at this point, I have to do what I have to do to make sure that this song becomes a smash hit. I have to get Rihanna's names out there. Right now, she's an unknown artist. She's still just a teenager. I believe Rihanna was about, and I should say Rihanna, the way she pronounces it. I believe Rihanna was about 17 years old. And so for whatever reason, this guy's any means necessary technique for making the song a hit and getting it onto the radio was to start a rumor about Rihanna's love life, right? So typically in Hollywood, when you want to make somebody pop, you link them with somebody who is equally famous or more famous. So that's why you hear a lot about these people who act on certain projects together, like quote unquote falling in love and dating and whatnot. Typically, it's just a technique that they use in order to drum up more interest, because we as a society are very nosy people. We're very love focused, love driven people as well. So we love hearing about the scandalous love lives of famous people. And so unfortunately, this guy decided that, he was going to rope Rihanna into this. And Rihanna at the time was only about 17 years old. So he's saying that it worked, right? Like a lot of radio started playing the music. People started debating. People started wondering, well, who is this girl? Because Beyonce is regarded as the most beautiful woman in the world, or one of the most beautiful women in the world. So, it would be shocking to hear that someone like Jay-Z, who is, nobody's, fighting over him, calling him the most handsome or anything like that. So people were saying, listen, how does someone like that, who should be honored to be with a Beyonce, cheat on Beyonce? Who would he get with? Let's see this girl. Oh, this island girl, she's very pretty too, but she's very, very young. So it sparked a lot of heated conversation, just as he intended. But what he didn't intend was for the feds to roll up on him. So at this point in the documentary, he says, and I quote, "One day, unmarked law enforcement cars stopped me. These intimidating individuals introduced themselves as a federal task force, and they were requesting to speak with me. So I followed them to talk, and I was in a complete state of panic. As I sat in the desolate/makeshift interrogation room, the gravity of the situation became clear to me. They mentioned that they had been keeping a close watch on Jay-Z since he stabbed Lance Rivera, and he was also being implicated in a violent incident with R. Kelly during their joint tour promoting Jay-Z and R. Kelly's joint album. The officers clarified that they were investigating Jay-Z for allegedly engaging in sexual activity with underage Rihanna and transporting her across international borders. They said she wasn't the only one, and there were many others." So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. Rihanna's ex-publicist is saying, hey, I did this thing in order to drum up attention for Rihanna, but I girl bossed a little too close to the sun, and the feds came after me because they were already at this time suspicious of Jay-Z and the ways in which he operates. He was already reportedly linked with other girls. I can't even say other women, because they were allegedly investigating for him for, R. Kelly type behaviors. And then it kind of makes you go, hey, wait a minute. Jay-Z has several joint albums with R. Kelly. He has toured with R. Kelly. He was very friendly with R. Kelly. And we also know that he was very friendly with P. Diddy. In fact, Jay-Z canceled his Rock Nation brunch this year because he would have rather done that instead of not inviting Diddy to the Rock Nation brunch, right? Because obviously Diddy is going down this year. He was exposed with the Cassie stuff. A whole bunch of other witnesses, victims or alleged victims came forward and everything like that. So rather than just condemn his friend for doing such vile things, especially with the video coming out of Diddy stomping on Cassie and just a lot of other horrific things, he canceled the brunch. So now that is exactly what this man goes on to say. Again, Rihanna'S former publicist says, and I quote, "No one benefits from reckless ambition. The interrogation was a brutal reality check. However, looking back now, there are some serious red flags, as Jay-Z was once very close to R. Kelly, and they have 2 collaborative albums. They have like 30 songs together, and they have toured together. As we all know, Jay-Z has also been extremely close to Diddy for several decades. So it's not very hard to come to some of the conclusions that Trap Lord Ross and Jaguar Wright have come to with Jay-Z. And basically, the conclusions are that Jay-Z has been caught up in shady, nefarious behaviors with women and girls. Again, this is not a fact. This is all stuff that is just being speculated, but it's being very strongly speculated and hinted at, you guys, okay? So basically, at the end of all of this, he was ordered to issue apologies to both Jay-Z and Rihanna. And, I do think that that is the right thing to do at the end of the day. Jay-Z was, I believe he was married to Beyonce at the time, or like close to it. So to go and spread these rumors knowing that this guy is in a long-term relationship, it's not cool. He did owe Jay-Z an apology, and he also owed Rihanna an apology, because typically when it comes to these love triangles and whatnot, these affairs, it's the other woman who gets the brunt of the public shaming or the public disgust. And so I do think that he kind of tainted Rihanna's reputation and for a lot of people, right? And for life, because I have heard those rumors, and there are people who might not like Rihanna, or who might like claim that she is this type of woman. And, now here comes her ex-publicist saying that that is not the case. So it wasn't cool to put her in that position, especially when she was only like 17 years old as well. So listen, I feel like a lot of publications, when they talk about this story, they bury the lead a little bit, right? Because a lot of the headlines coming out are Rihanna's ex-publicist says that he made up the affair rumors between Rihanna and Jay-Z, but they're not saying the important part, which is, okay, he made this up, but he's also saying that this was a really serious thing. The feds came after him saying, hey, listen, do you have proof of this? Because we have been investigating this man for a while, and there are other people, like other, young girls, like underage girls and stuff like that. So I did find that to be rather interesting, and that's the reason why I decided to make a video about this, because I'm like, guys, why is nobody talking about like the major part of the story, which is that allegedly the feds have a huge case against Jay-Z. Wow, really, it really feels like the dominoes are coming in. There's a huge rap reckoning going on this year, and I personally, as a woman, I couldn't be any happier to hear that men are finally being held accountable for the terrible things that they've been doing to women for the past, it's been eternity, but, in recent times too. So I'm happy to see R. Kelly facing justice for what it is that he's done. I'm happy to see Diddy was successfully sued by Cassie, and I hope that the charges are handed down, the indictment is handed down soon enough for other things that he has allegedly done. And if the rumors about Jay-Z are true, then I do hope that he is the next to go down. I hope that any man who does anything to harm women, to harm girls, to harm children, goes down and answers for it and pays for it, right? At the end of the day, I do think it would be interesting to see how Beyonce handles that. Would she stand by her man the way that Camille stood by Bill Cosby? Or will she ultimately divorce, because she's all about, female empowerment in her music. She's all about, just being a powerful, independent woman and stuff, and positivity. And she is a huge star. She is the superstar right now, like ever since Michael Jackson died. Like, it's been Beyonce, right, on that level of fame that is just like, pretty much impossible to get to. So I do think that she would lose her star factor if she were to stay with someone like that. But again, All of this is just alleged information, okay, you guys? So as of right now, nothing has been confirmed. I do think that there is at least a certain level of credibility, though, because this is Rihanna's ex-publicist talking. He's admitting to having done something wrong and saying, hey, I did something that was wrong, and these were the consequences of what happened. The feds came to me. They said they needed more information because they were already looking into this man. And by the way, Jay-Z's he's not squeaky clean. He's been rather honest about his own shady doings. We all know that he used to be a rug dealer when he was in the Marcy Projects. And we also know that he stabbed his own uncle and everything like that. So listen, is he above other nefarious behavior? I don't think so, right? Anyway, stay tuned. I will post a link to the documentary if you would like to watch it in the description box for this video. And in the meantime, make sure to let me know what you think about all of this. Do you believe Rihanna's former publicist? Do you think that Jay-Z is going to be the next rapper to go down? Or do you think that Jonathan Hay is full of hay and shit? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.